Okay, legends, welcome back to the channel with another K0 Nightmare video. And finally, we got the Chizuru with all of her cards revealed, and her passives, and her skills and ego skills, and everything, that how she goes, and the combination that she goes with other characters as well. We're gonna be talking about them. I'll be describing them in this video. I'll showcase everything that you need to know about Chizuru right now, and then we're gonna go and talk about the best partners, because they showed different lineups and setups that you can play with her, and we're gonna showcase one of them at least, and talk about everything that have been revealed here. And I will make another video with all the updates for the story, and the new gears that you're gonna get, the new memory fragments, the new updates for the story, and everything that we need to go about as an update. So stay tuned for the next video. For this video, I will be specifically talking about Chizuru alone. So let's go and check her out. So she's a void character. She's psionic, just like Tressa, and she pairs well, very well with Tressa and with Ray if you want to place a buff or play the buff style with the lowering the cost for your deck. Let's go and check her out and check everything about her right now. So this is Chizuru. Now we're gonna see her in a fight. She's psionic, she's void, absolutely looking nice. These are her cards. Now you're gonna see here that she's using two unique cards, which you can't actually on one character. You can use only one unique card. This one is initiation and unique. You can go and get only one of it, and you're gonna see another card that will be having a unique and initiation as well, which is this one with the bind. The bind, we'll be talking about the bind. It's a new mechanic in the game. This one has unique as well and bind, which is absolutely fantastic, but you can only have one character or one card that has unique, not all. This is the ego skill for her. Absolutely, the art style looks very cool for her, and this is how she goes with these lineups. Now you see that they pair her up with Tressa and with Ray, and she has a mechanic whenever you attack an enemy with cursed on them or something like that. As you see, she gains will or wisp, and that's how you go. And we buff her card because it's a multi-hit, and with Ray, and she deals a lot of damage. She maxes out her stacks. She get a card of Shadow of the Moon, and then she goes and deliver a very big blow on the enemies. And again, with Tressa, you use the ego skill. You need to focus on one enemy at a time. So if there's two enemies and you go and hit another enemy, she will lose that the accumulation of the stacks. You need to just focus on one enemy so she can gain all the stacks. She removes the stacks, gets a card, Shadow of the Moon, and you can make the Shadow of the Moon plus as well whenever you stack it up more and more. The bind function is really nice. I'll be talking about it and explaining it soon. So with bind, you can go and use a card that is costing one. If you have two cards of it, it will stack up, becomes one card, and you can use it for one cost as well, which is really nice. This is for Chizuru cards right now. I'm gonna show all her cards on the screen. So this is the mechanics for Chizuru. By using the core starter card Hellfire, you can apply the unique debuff Cursed Shackles, and this is so important because Cursed Shackles is on one enemy that you need to use it actually on them, two enemies, and then attack them to gain exclusive resources, which is the passive that she gains stacks from. When you obtain the exclusive resource, you will gain a bind card. Bind card, which we talked about, the bind card is a specific unique card that we'll be talking about it in a minute. Every bind card you obtain will stack into a single card and become stronger. So you gain one bind card, then you gain another bind card. Let's say this bind card costs one, the other bind card costs one. They merge into one card, bind card, and they become a one cost card. You don't use it like for two costs, like separately. No more separate cards. This is one of her good and stronger kits. The more hits a card deals, the more easily you can acquire the exclusive resources, which is the bind cards and yada yada. Using the Tsukuyomi card, you can gain additional exclusive resource equal to the number of hits from your attack cards, allowing you to accumulate exclusive resources more efficiently, so you can go in a loop. The problem with her that you cannot gain AP. So she limits your AP. You can't gain AP unless when you draw from the start of the battle, or when you ravage an enemy. Ravage, it's mean when you break them, you see the broken bar on top of them, then you're gonna get AP. So playing her with Mika will not be efficient on your lineup because she stops you from gaining AP. Point one, you can obtain the exclusive resources and a Shadow of the Moon card by attacking a target under the Cursed Shackle status, using a single card to attack multiple times will make it will make plus it easier to earn resources. So you can plus it, the moon, the shadow of the moon. You can make it shadow of the moon plus. Now, point 2, by using the bound at dusk card, you can reduce card cost, easing the burden on your AP usage. So if you can get somebody to draw your cards for 0 cost, and you make your cards equal to 0, then you can go and draw as much as you want and go and attack as much as you want. Many turn 1 kill you can use with this specific setup. We'll be talking about them also soon. Now, let's talk about the card effects. So bind. When bind cards of this unit are in hand, stack them into 1 card. So if you have 3 cards that are bind and they cost every single one of them 1, they go and stack into 1 card that uses at least with 1 AP, let's say 2 AP or something. If bind cards, or if bind is 3 or higher, change into shadow of the moon plus. When using card, stacks reset at max 5 stacks. It means you can stack them up, get another shadow of the moon card plus. And plus is very important. You're gonna go and see the gameplay. I'm gonna show the gameplay because it's so much information to right now to handle. Okay, so inhibit. This is the AP reduction, or the AP like a debuff on her. So cannot gain AP except at the start of the turn or on Ravage. Add 1 hit to Shadow of the Moon. Shadow of the Moon becomes Shadow of the Moon plus, which is really nice. The Curse Shackles. When an ally uses an attack card other than a bind card on a target with Cursed Shackles, Chizuru gain 1 Will-O-Wisp. And when applied to a different target, remove the shackles. So you need to focus on one target so you can get as much Will-O-Wisp on them. Then you can draw another card of Shadow of the Moon, which will be absolutely fantastic. Shadow of the Moon. 5 stacks, a Will-O-Wisp will create a 1 Shadow of the Moon card. Upon activation of the card of the Shadow of the Moon, you will decrease Will-O-Wisp by 5. It becomes 0. You can stack it multiple times, by the way, if you can play your hand completely right. Now, Chizuru's cards. Of course, she has 2 basic attacks and she has 1 shield. These basic attacks also can be improved. So, initiation, that's the Karmic Flames. So, 100% damage plus 1 Cursed Shackle on the enemy. Cursed Shackles add plus 1 hit, so you can go and get 1 hit when you have the Cursed Shackle on them. Now, Tsukuyomi. 2 Will-O-Wisp for each hit on the next attack card of this used. So whenever you use the next hit, you're gonna get 2 stacks of a Will-O-Wisp, or WoW as we say. So initiation, unique. This is 1 unique card. You can have, she has 2 procs of unique on 2 cards, but you can gain 1 of them. 1 of them should be only unique because you can't have 2 unique cards on the same deck. As we saw in the replay, they had 2 cards that had unique. You can only choose 1 of them. So at the start of the turn, gain inhibit, decrease cost by 1 until 1 random card of the other combatants are used. So you can use the decrease cost on herself until you use another unit, and this another unit will break the chain and you're gonna go and increase the cost back to its original state. Okay, now she does have haste on her cards, which is Oni Hunt. Oni Hunt is one of the cards that is super important as well. 60% damage 3 times, she hits for 3 times for 60%, plus 30% damage for the amount of the next bind card used, if you use a bind card, which is absolutely nice. Now her bound cards or bind cards. Bind 1 and there's bind 3, which has the unique on it as well. I don't know if you can play them together at the same time, because I know that on every single deck you only have 1 unique card. I don't know if you can choose one of them, or maybe you can summon one with the unique one. So bind, the first one, bind 1, it has retain as well. 60% damage plus 20% damage amount for each bind stack that you have. Unique, bind 3 with retain as well. 70% damage times 2 times, plus heal 5% of maximum HP, which is absolutely nice. It means she have self-heal, or you can call it a life steal. Plus 20% damage to the amount for each bind stack. These are the cards that she has. Now, of course, I know the epiphanies. I will put a link down in the description for the subreddit that have all the epiphanies on her cards, so you can go and check them out on your own. I'm not gonna talk about them that much because this will be a 1 hour long video. Now for her ego skill card, Monolith of the High Tide, 250% damage. This is a single target, not an AoE, by the way. For each Shadow of the Moon created, if you created 1 Shadow of the Moon, 2 Shadow of the Moon, you will increase your damages by 50%, plus 50% for the amount, and it max stacks at 10. So you can go up to 500% plus the 250. That's 750% of damage if you're gonna go and use her ego skill with maximum stacks, which is not easy to do, but if you play a complete good build, you can reach that. Many people told me that in theory, Cassius looks very nice with her actually for the drawing of the cards, and so she can progress even faster. But again, it's a single target, not an AoE, by the way, so keep that in mind. So Chizuru's manifest ego or duping system. So if you have her, you need dupes of her so you can unlock different things. So at one dupe, she plus 20% damage amount to Shadow of the Moon plus 3% to recover amount of HP. It means she heals herself, which is kind of a small life steal on herself as well with the first dupe. So you increase your damage by the Shadow of the Moon by 20%. This is a big upgrade actually. I hate when you add or when you get dupes that makes a character even better or to unlock their full potential, but it is what it is. So at 2 dupes, when using Shadow of the Moon plus card, create 1 Shadow of the Moon. So you create another Shadow of the Moon if you have used a Shadow of the Moon plus card. This one, you can say it's a must on her. Like, you need to pull the second dupe of her so you can make her as much, let's say, usable as much as possible, so you can go and spam more damages. She increases her DPS massively with using her second dupe. So her second dupe, in my opinion, is super important. Add the third dupe plus 150% damage amount to Moonlight of the High Tide. Instead of doing 250, now you do 400 damage, which is actually absurd for a single target, plus the 5 stacks that you're gonna get on the 50%. That's 500, so you deal 900% extra damage with using the ego skill. At level 4, when Shadow of the Moon is created, gain 1 Luna Shard. Now this is absolutely goes with the second dupe of her. So whenever you use the second dupe, you get Moon of the, let's say that you got the Shadow of the Moon, you upgrade it to plus, you used it, you get another Shadow of the Moon. It means 2 Luna cards that you're gonna gain just doing that, or Luna Shard. So Luna Shard plus 10% damage amount to Chizuru's attack cards, max at 3 stacks. This shard is a passive on her that she gets it, okay? At 5 dupes, increase the level of basic card upgrades, yada yada, no, we know with that. And at level 6, change the damage amount increase effect of Luna Shard to plus 15% instead of 10%, and stacks add 3 stacks of Luna Shard, plus add 1 hit count of Shadow of the Moon plus card. It means if you have her max, the Shadow of the Moon plus card will deal massive damage, right? And you add another hit on top of it. That makes her completely broken when you get her to 6 dupes, which is a very high investment. Free-to-play players will not love this, but spenders will actually try to go for this one. Now, let's talk about her partner. This is an exclusive partner that is good with her. It's called Itsuku, which is really decent and nice for her. This is not you don't have to go and summon for it, you don't need to go and get it, but it's working great with her. So the passive, the assigned combatant attack is increased from 8% to 16%, and every time the assigned combatant cards stack, which is the bind cards, plus 5 to 10% attack card damage amount that stacks out at 3 stacks. Like the maximum stacks are 3, which is at 10% plus 30%. That's an extra damage as well. This is specifically unique to her, but you can use her with different combatants, specifically with the low cost. Maybe if you want to go with the more draw, with the more psionic ones that we go. Many type of ways that you can play this one. Every time one attack card type used by a assigned combatant deals 3 hits of 30% to 60% fixed damage on the target. That's a fixed damage. It means no amount of, let's say, a reduction to attack or whatever it is will be affecting this one. So it's just fixed damage that you're gonna do. Also decent. Ego skill, whenever you use actually the partner or click on the partner to use 200% damage to all enemies. This is a good AoE that she lacks AoE on herself. Apply Fierce Winds effect. Fierce Winds plus 50% damage amount to attack cards of the assigned combatant for 1 turn, so you buff her by 50% as well on her damages when you use this partner skill. Looks decent. again, not 100% you need to get it, but if you get it, you will boost the damages of Chizuru really nice. Now, this is the best setups that the game is recommending for you, or the devs are recommending for you. So Chizuru with Ray and Tressa is the one that the best one everybody is talking about. Everybody are speculating that this is a full void team, okay? So you increase the card hit count when using that, and it enables aggressive play. It means full attack, less healing, maybe a little bit of self-healing from Chizuru, some cards that heals from Ray and from Tressa, and that's it. But you're gonna go for the extra damages with the cards. So you don't build Tressa on actually healing her and getting her to get cards. You play with the zero cost on her shadow daggers, which allow you to draw like 3 shadow daggers on the same turn or something like that, which will be nice actually. You want to play it AP efficient and try to get as much zero cards as possible. So we have one with Cassius and Luke. Don't mind Luke. Luke is an order. He's not from the passion or whatever it's called. He's not fire. He's actually green. But this is only a mistake in the description that they did here. And also down for Nia. Nia is missing her headphones. Don't mind this as well. This is just visual error. So card cycling support with Cassius, which is the best card cycling support with Veronica up there, and you can say Nia as well, that helps out. And attack at low cost, because you're gonna use the low cost, zero cost with Luke. You're gonna go with Cassius whenever you drop his cards and use them at zero cost, which will be super efficient as well. Now, we have one with Nia and Yuki. Yuki for the AoE damage and Nia for the draw and discard pile. So you can go and have easy use of core cards, the normal card, core cards that you want to actually target, because you look on top of your deck, you can choose one of the 3, stuff like that, okay? And assist with AoE attacks with Yuki. That's what she misses whenever you want to use AoE cleave. I would say if you're playing anything for AoE, you can use Yuki with a different support, maybe with somebody that helps out with a little bit of AoE on her own. If you want to play the AoE setup, there's many setups for that. And if you want to play for Chizuru for single target, I think with Tressa and Ray is the best one for you to play. You can use any type of other combinations, but so far it's looking nice like that. Now, of course, they showed a simple showcase of the lineup that can go with Tressa, with Ray, and with Chizuru. I'm just gonna let it play and we're gonna go and check out what happens here. So here we go. This is the lineup that it plays. We start with Chizuru's unique skill. Then this is the cards that you want to use with Tressa. So we apply and you check that Chizuru is getting so much stacks of Will-O-Wisp. And with Ray, we buff her card. And now her card, instead of 50 damage, 200 damage 4 times, which will nuke the actual enemy, and you will get the Shadow of the Moon card. Now it becomes Shadow of the Moon Plus because of the Will-O-Wisp. You use it, you gain max stacks of Shadow of the Will, and actually it was eliminated. But if you can continue and check it out, you're gonna get the max stacks of Shadow of the Wisp, or Will-O-Wisp. We have another boss. We'll actually go and see that as well, which is another gameplay. So we're gonna go and use the Ray card. We're gonna buff, and we're gonna go and actually deal damages with her unique. Then we're gonna go and get the cards. So we applied the curse. We hit the boss with the 0 cards. We get a Will-O-Wisp, and then with Will-O-Wisp we get the buff card as well. And then we use another buff card. So we're gonna get the Shadow of the Moon, and we're gonna go and draw more cards. Beautiful. We're gonna get the ego skill of Tressa, so we can get more daggers, and we can accumulate 5 stacks of Will-O-Wisp. So, and we're gonna use the double attack from her, so we're gonna get max stacks of Will-O-Wisp. We're gonna get the Shadow of the Moon. Then we're gonna hit with Chizuru, another 5 stacks of Will-O-Wisp. We're gonna get a Shadow of the Moon buffed to the maximum, and then we're gonna hit with it. So many combination that you can play around that. You can play around the maximum damage in 1 turn. You can play around many other aspects of this, and she get the Moon Slash as well. This is actually what's going on with her. So this is basically what's going on with Chizuru right now. This is all the cards that she has. These are the partners that she play with. This is her partner, actually, the characters that she can play with, how she performs, how she attacks. We're gonna get a new story. We're gonna get a lot of updated content. I'm gonna make a video about everything that we're gonna get other than Chizuru and what we showcase about her. This is a little bit dive into her. It was on they did a live stream for that, and there was like Forbmaster and Genizad as well covering this. I'll keep the link of the full VOD for you to go and watch it. And yeah, this is Chizuru. I can't wait until we have her. I think there's other options that you can play with. I think that you can manipulate her way of playing with different characters. You can play full characters that draw cards for you, or you can play her with 2 characters. I think if you play her with Cassius and Nia, or if you, yeah, Cassius and Nia, and Cassius will draw 0 cost cards, this is how you're gonna go and play her, and will deal a lot of damages. And yeah, that was it for the video. Let me know what you think about her so far. If you like her, if you enjoy her playstyle, are you gonna go and summon for her? I'm definitely gonna summon for her, and I'll be seeing you in the next one.